Hello everyone, I'm Jaspreet Aujla, or Jas. I'm Head of Finance at Housing 21. I'm going to talk to you today about our strategic priority in regards to value for money, which I assure you is a lot more interesting than it sounds. So I think value for money is a very important aspect when it comes to our priorities, not only because I'm in finance, but also because Paul Weston tells me it's important. No, I can't say that. Can we start again?
No, we're going live.
Is this live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So value for money is very important. Most people believe that value for money is all about cost cutting, but it's not. But of course, cost cutting is very important and it shouldn't be neglected. But it's actually made up of three core pillars. And of course, as I've mentioned, cost cutting is one of those pillars. And when it comes to making sure that we're very good in terms of our cost structures, one of the key areas that we're going to be focusing on over the next few years is making sure that our corporate overhead cost structures is no more than 10%. 10% is usually regarded as a good benchmark for corporate overheads as a percentage of revenue for large corporations and large companies. And as we're a fairly large organisation ourselves, we've deemed that 10% is a very good benchmark to make sure that we stay below that threshold. We are currently below that threshold, and one of our key priorities of the next few years is making sure we maintain that sort of metric. The second core pillar of value for money is efficiency. And what we mean by efficiency is making sure that there's as little wastage as possible, both in terms of time and in terms of resources. And one of the key areas that we're going to try and demonstrate over the next few years of demonstrating efficiency to the business is reviewing some of our corporate overhead processes and our functions and assessing where any more of those can actually be moved into the new operational support service. And that way, giving operational colleagues a one-stop shop for all the areas that they'll need support on in terms of delivering their housing and care services under one roof, thus creating that sort of much more streamlined and efficient service from corporate services. The final area in terms of value for money is effectiveness. And what we mean by effectiveness is making sure everything that we do, particularly when it comes to expenditure and spending money, leads to very good outcomes and leads to quality services. And one of the areas that we will be trying to demonstrate this from a value for money perspective in the next few years is trying to reduce the number of people, particularly from our extra care services, moving from those services into residential care. And I think that way, if we can demonstrate there is a reduction of people moving into residential care, it shows that the investment and the expenditure that we make in terms of providing extra care services has a real social value and a social benefit in terms of quality outcomes and benefits for our residents. So in a nutshell, that's value for money, the strategic priority. It's three broad areas in terms of cost savings, which is very important, in terms of efficiency, which is not having any wastage, and in terms of having quality outcomes and delivering quality services. And that's the areas that we'll be focusing on over the next few years. And in case you were wondering, that took about 12 takes. Thank you very much.